since I've done anything on the Mini really, just been driving it, but now I need to change the oil. It's been 500 miles since the new engine was put in, and the guy who rebuilt it for me suggested changing the oil after 500 miles. So I managed to do 500 miles this year, which is a lot more than I've managed to do in it before. So time to change the oil. Unbelievably, I've never done this on a car before. So after a few helpful YouTube videos, I'll put a link to them because they were really good. I'm gonna give it a go. So I've got 5 litres of oil, which apparently is enough. And the first job was to get the grill off. So far so good. I got obviously the screws out of the grill, which isn't always a gimme. What you find in the Haynes manual, something that says it's like one line can take a week. So I've got to get the spots off now, I suppose, so that I can get the grill completely off. So there's a couple of, well, it looks like that should be easy enough to get off, so that'll be the next thing. So it turned out that the sump plug is in with a Allen key plug, so I had to go and do a bit of ratcheting around, try and find a big enough Allen key, but by some miracle we seem to have one, so I think I can probably manage that. So now I just get the grill off and just check that I can get the oil filter off before I start anything, or at least loosen before I start anything else. So I can't get the oil filter off, that's the next thing. I've got this chain thing, which I think that's what it's for. Someone gave it to me. So it's a bit seized up, so I've been trying to free it up a bit. But I think I need to go and work out how it works. Doesn't seem to... I think it's probably just because some of the links are still seized up, or that it can't seem to get the wee tooth in. Anyway. Well, basically I haven't been able to get the oil filter off. So I haven't drained the oil out of the engine. I just wanted to see if I could loosen this before I did that. Because if all else failed, it's going for MOT next week anyway, and so I knew I could ask the mechanic to do it. So given that I can't loosen that, I'm glad I haven't drained the oil. So I think that with this chain puller, where is it? Oh, it's there. I think with this chain I've actually punctured the oil filter, put like a little tiny hole in it, but I'm hoping that it might, if I bung it up in some way, it might possibly get me to the mechanics. It's not very far to go. What a bollocks. And so the car was supposed to be at this very minute at the garage in Shap for its MOT, and as you can see it is sitting on the drive with the bonnet up. So it turns out that I damaged the oil filter when I was trying to get it off the other day, and the oil spewed out, so it just got out of the garage and no more, and that was when I realised what was going on and stopped. So now I've got to fix it because it can't be driven. Yeah, so on we go. I've got the grill off again and just tied it loosely there so I can get the sump plug loosened now. That's the next thing. I'll bet you that won't loosen. Sod's law. Let's find out. Good news, I managed to get the sump plug out, and it's just dribbling out the last few bits now. Do you like my oil receptacle? No bedpan. Yeah, so that's a success. That really means I've just now got the oil filter to contend with again once this finishes dribbling. So now I really do feel stuck. My neighbour lent me his tool, which seemed to be going to work better than the one I had, and I've broken it. Like, I don't know what plan C is, and stuffed my knuckle as well while I was at it. So after 4 on a December day and no tools sitting around, which is a good sign rather than a bad one, my neighbour came around and they managed to fix the chain himself, so and then came and kindly offered to give me a hand to get the filter off. What I will say is it does help if you're twisting it the right way, but I did try it both ways, but I think I put more effort into the wrong way. So maybe the less said about that, the better. Least said, soonest mended. But again, yet another mini lesson for the uninitiated. I'm going to go and write down on a piece of paper now which way to turn the darn thing, so that it's easy next time. Easier next time anyway. And get myself a better tool. So that's a couple of lessons learned from this time. But otherwise, you know, I would be able to do that job again. So that's something, isn't it? Right. Another little mini adventure finished.